What is up, YouTube? It's your girl Rochelle, and I'm back with another video. Thank you guys for tuning in, liking, sharing, and subscribing. You guys at thebomb.com. Now, I want to share with you how it's going for us in the month of June 2025. I love to do a mid-review, like a mid-month check-in type thing. I usually do this off camera, but I wanted to be a little transparent, more transparent with you guys and let you guys know how it's going. Now, don't forget, before we even start, y'all, if you like this type of content, please hook us up with a like for this video and feel free to drop in the comments how your month is going so far. Okay, so I'm inside of my undated budget planner, and for the month of June so far, we have brought in a total of $9,806 and change. We plan on bringing in a total of $16,313 this month. Okay, so let's talk about how our budget has been going so far this year. So far this year, we have been prioritizing debt payoff, and we still will continue to do that. But this month, we kind of have some things that we're working through off camera budget-wise, and I'll share those at a later date in the future. But for now, we are going to still budget with the money that we know we already have. And so this video today is for those who don't always know what their numbers are going to be. Maybe you're working on some things, increasing your income, switching jobs, doing all the things, but you still want to maintain a consistent budget. This is what I do in these type of scenarios. Okay, so first off, my goals have changed. Our goal is to, of course, pay all our bills first and then accomplish our goals. So I put a reminder on here to be flexible, but still accomplish my goals. That's just a reminder for me. Goal number 1 is to increase my savings, our savings. Goal number 2 is to save for our rental property taxes. We pay them annually for our out-of-state property, investment property. We do have a tenant there, so that helps out a lot. And I just want to make sure that we have this money saved and ready for, I think we have to pay it next month in July. And y'all, we don't get the bill until we get the bill. It's usually very high. It's usually ridiculous. And I just wanted to save as much as I could to be ready for that. Then my last goal is to grow our sinking funds. Now, I want to grow our sinking funds because I am tired of getting hit at tax time, y'all. So I am self-employed. I do sister locks and micro locks, and I bring in a lot of income that I have to then divide off and make sure that I'm putting some to the side for taxes. So I want to be more intentional with that. Okay, so let's talk about what income we have had so far today. So far this month, Micah has brought in $3,703 and change from his W-2 income. We are pretty much at the halfway mark, so he usually brings in about $6,600. So go you. Then next up is my sister locks income. I estimated that I would bring in about $6,000 so far, this month in total. But so far I've brought in $4,312 and change, so that's good. Our rental property already has made us $1,713. I have not been paid out for my virtual admin work or my brand work, but I did bring some budget income, some budget shop income, totaling $77.62. So thank you to those who continue to shop with me. I appreciate you guys, and I hope you're enjoying your products. Alrighty, so let's talk about how we spent this money, y'all. So first up, we put $1,000 into savings and we invested $100. So that was a total of $1,100 or 10% of our income so far this month to savings and investing, which I'm really proud of us for. Next up is the debt. Boo. We have sent a total of $2,644 to debt so far this month. We're pretty much at the halfway point. So that means we've sent about 27% of our income to debt. Then next is the bills category. This includes any bills for our household, like our regular month-to-month bills. Also our businesses, my sister locks business, my YouTube/RA business, my budget shop, the virtual admin work and the team that helps me with that. My sister locks business. All of these are the bills so far. So far we have spent $2,571.32 on just bills for everything. So that's about 26% of our income. Next up is our spending category. We have spent a total of $2,197 and change. $2,197 and change. That is for food and household expenses, shopping for things that the household might need, clothes and shoes and all that good stuff, cash envelopes, and also any miscellaneous spending. Like, I pretty much know that we're not going to travel this year because we're really trying, well, at least for the rest of the year, because we're trying to really crack down on this debt. And so at least we don't have any planned travel as of yet. So I bought a couple tickets for us to go to a couple shows and take Eva to kind of just, have some fun, even though we're sitting still. So then that was about 22% of our income so far. I do want this number to be lower, but I kind of feel like that is on par for just our spending. Like, we spend about 20 to 25% of our income on just all of the things that you can spend your money on. And this also includes our play money. So Micah gets $200 every time he gets paid, and then I allocate some money to myself for everyday spending and just personal use, do what you want type money. So I feel like it's really important to pay yourself from your income, even when you're trying to accomplish goals like saving more and paying down debt more quickly, because otherwise you're just a robot. You're just constantly bringing in money just to give it away or to accomplish your money goals. And so a money goal for us is to be intentional with the money that we bring in and pay ourselves. The last category are our sinking funds, which I'm really, really excited about so far. We have sent $1,632 to our sinking funds so far this month. That's 15% of our income. And that is for my sister-in-law's business and the rental property. So we got money goals to accomplish, and so far, so good. Now, the other thing I wanted to share with you guys is how it works week by week. So my husband gets paid every other week, and there are certain things that we do every time he gets paid. And then I pay myself out weekly for any income I receive, like whether that's Sister Lock's income, budget shop income, my virtual admin work. I get paid monthly for that, but I like to capture that week by week because maybe I might have more clients than usual, less clients than usual. So I want to share with you guys how it went in week 1 versus week 2. So week 1, I brought in a total of $2,933 and change. This is a non-pay week for Mikey, for my husband, and this is how we pretty much did it. So 35% of our income, which was just over $1,000, went to debt. So I like to try and knock out as much of the monthly bills as I can as soon as possible, even though Micah doesn't have any income for the month of June yet. The other thing I did was pay as many of our bills for our businesses as possible. So 21% of our income, just about $620, went to our business bills, paying the property manager for the rental property, paying for my sister-in-law's insurance, paying for regular bills that I knew were coming up that are on auto pay. So those types of things, 21% went to. Next is our spending category, which was 30% spending. I pulled a lot of cash because sometimes my clients do tip me or whatever, and so I make sure that I'm intentional with that money. So $300 was cash. Okay, now let's talk about week 2, which is always like my favorite week because it's the week that we both get paid, so we can accomplish some big goals. So the second week we brought in $6,872 and change, and so basically that was a combination of Micah's W-2 income, which was the $3,703. I brought in pretty much $2,200 from Sister Locks that week, and our rental property brought in $970. So we were able to save and invest a total of $1,100 and go ahead and meet our savings goal for the month. So now anything we do from here on out is just extra to savings. Next, we sent $1,456 to debt. That's pretty much all our credit card payments, stuff like that. The one thing that I did pay in week 1 was the car payment. So I know the car payment is paid. The credit cards have been paid. So we are good on that for the first half of the month. Anything that was due up until like June 15th, I just go ahead and pay it. Then the bills category, we set aside money for rent next month. I'm pretty much a month ahead on paying for our rent. And when I say rent, that's like electricity, water, trash, Wi-Fi. Like we pay a total of $1,625 every time Mike gets paid because we pretty much know that's how much it's going to cover. That includes any house bills. Then I set aside $260 for housekeeping, and I paid our lawn care for the rental property, $51. So that was a total of $1,936. Then spending got a total of $1,176.79. So that's Micah's spending money, our grocery and eating out and household spending money, and our miscellaneous spending, which I try to keep at zero. I usually do pull any miscellaneous spending from our spend category, but I decided to go ahead and purchase some tickets so that we can do something fun later on this year as a family. So then the last category were our sinking funds. We are back to really trying to save up for the property taxes still, and my sister-in-law's business taxes, and we are back to including the phone sinking fund in our budget. So every time my husband gets paid, we set aside $60 to $80 because he has to have a phone for work, and so they pretty much give him a little stipend for that. And so I'll make sure that that money is going to the side in case we ever have to buy a phone for Micah, and it also covers our yearly phone bill that we pay. So it works out perfect that he gets that back every 2 weeks. So if you add all of that up, you get $68.72 and change, and that is how we budget for the week. That is how we're looking for the month of June so far. I will be back to share with you guys how the rest of the month goes. Let me know in the comments if this is the type of content that you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, you know what it is. Peace, love, and budgets. Wow, I almost forgot.